I think I've marketed a new term for what Kamala Harris did during the Bret Baier interview. Pretty much every question, and especially towards the end. It's called the fail and bail. So you try to answer it, comes out a complete failure. Your interviewer, say Bret Baier, calls you on it, fact checks you, or asks you further questions. You bail. But before you bail, you tell them you need to finish. Like, hold on, let me finish the question, Bret. Hold on, Bret. Let me answer. And then give no answer. Just bail. And you know what an NPC's programming when they're broken, what it does? It reverts to previous programming, the default programming, which is blame Trump for everything. And that, my friends, is exactly what she did when her programming broke about question 2.5. She was asked, like, why does 79% of America think that we're going the wrong way with policy and progress? Why does the country feel that they're going in the wrong direction? And she takes a beat. And some people were saying she might have been confused because she was listening to her magic earrings, then had somebody in her ear. And she goes, and Donald Trump has been running for office. What does that have to do with the fact that almost 80% of Americans say the country is going in the wrong direction? You want to blame that on Donald Trump running? Okay, well, he ran in 2016 and he won. He ran in 2020 and he didn't run. And then now he's running again in 2024. So that's like 3 campaigns where he's running. That's 3 years. And then he was president for 4 years. Who has been in charge for the last 4? 3.5 years, actually. Who has been in charge? Oh, Kamala and Joe Biden. And Joe Biden makes sure everybody knows that Kamala was right by his side, signing each and every policy, each and every bill that came across his desk, and making sure that making sure she was the defining vote for many different crappy policies that went by in the Senate because they weren't going to pass, and she was the deciding vote. So, like the Reduce Inflation Act. Remember that? Did that help you out? Did that reduce inflation at all? Or did that just help with more money laundering to Ukraine? Because that's basically what all of our bills were disguised as. They give it a pretty name, the Inflation Reduction Act. But if you actually read what was in the bill, it's nothing good for you. And I'm pretty sure, didn't they jam a whole bunch of IRS agents into that bill? Like 87,000 new IRS agents. Or was that another horrible bill that they gave us? But we have that to look forward to as well, because Kamala, thank you for that too. So now we'll have extra IRS agents. And guess what? A whole bunch of them have been... a whole bunch of them are allowed to carry guns. What do you suppose those guns are for? If you don't pay your taxes, an armed IRS agent is going to come to your door and ask for some money. And then people like you and me, we can't afford lawyers to be like, I'm sorry, I don't owe you $3,000. They'll be like, yes, you do. You'll be like, okay, well, get my lawyer. And the lawyer will be like, it's going to be $2,000 to fight this. So no matter what, you're out of pocket. That's what they're going to do to us regular people. That's what they're going to do to us normies. How are you going to fight it? The only people that are going to be able to fight it are rich people. And they continue to fight these things anyway. You know, that's how they get their tax breaks. Donald Trump told us that the system is made for rich people. People like him. People who can afford lawyers to find the loopholes so that they don't have to pay the enormous amount of taxes that regular people have to pay. We're not going to be able to afford those lawyers. There's 87,000 new IRS agents. How many billionaires are there in America? Not 87,000. Maybe there's 1,000? So what are those other 86,000? What are those other 86,000 agents going to be doing? Who are they going to be going after? Because it's not going to be the billionaires. Maybe it'll be millionaires, but you still don't need that many new agents to go after the millionaires. And we know that they won't anyway, because the millionaires will fight back, and that's too expensive for the government to fight them. The only time they fight rich people like this is when they don't ideologically line up with them. Elon Musk coming after him. Trump, they've been going after him for a very long time. It's just going to get worse if Kamala wins. It's still going to be hard when Trump wins, but it's going to be worse when Kamala wins. So let's see how she did on her second question with Brett there. She talked about Donald Trump going after the American people, signing something that said that it was okay for the military to go after regular American people that disagree with him. And that's not true at all. The Department of Defense was given a directive, okay? It's not a law, it's not a bill, it's a directive strictly to them that allows them to use lethal force for certain situations. And I do believe one of those is like political unrest type of situation. That didn't happen under Trump. That just happened in September that they put that directive in there. And Biden is in charge. Well, Biden's handlers are in charge. The globalists are in charge, not Trump. So if anybody's going to come after you for political dissent, it's not going to be Trump and Trump's people. It's going to be Biden's administration and the military that is loyal to him. And of course, when challenged, she's got to throw, "This is a democracy," out there. This is not a democracy. This is a constitutional republic. We don't have mob rule here. Thank God. Our founding father made it so that you wouldn't have the cities ruling the rural areas. At least that's what they tried to do. If you followed what they actually did, and we'd stop changing the rules and adding this amendment or that amendment or hiding this and that takes away from the constitutional elements because of a bill that negates it wherever, because they've been doing that, and they've been doing that a lot. And, they don't go over the old laws and say, we don't need this anymore. Let's just scratch this out. I mean, what is the process for that? Is it too much paperwork? What? I think we should have people in the government that are specifically for that job.